right, let's see. We are on to turn number 12. So let's see what happens here. So first thing we do is supply phase. So we do get reinforcements, which is a little late. So basically with reinforcements, and I'm just going to read this just to be safe here. So reinforcement. Each reinforcement has 3 points of reinforcements. Those 3 points may be assigned to a combination of for each point chosen, Confederates increase cohesion points by 1 up to maximum of 5. Multiple. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. So it's pretty basic and pretty simple on this. This will now be 5 instead of 3, and I'm and all the rest of them are 5. So basically, unfortunately, I waste the rest of those. By the way, you only get so many, like ammo and reinforcements. You only get 5 ammo and 3 reinforcements. So that we resolve that one. Cool. So this order's here. This order's here. We're going to take an ammo marker, and the ammo is going to go here. All right. Reset Confederate artillery. Did that. Confederate artillery phase. I'm going to hold my artillery. And so it's then the American artillery phase. So we're looking at 2 to 3 is what we need. And we'll do this 5 times. So 1, that's 12. 2, let's bump this up just a little bit. Nope. 3, nope. 4, nope. And 5. So no big deal on that one. So Confederate artillery or Union artillery, Union event phase. So we're back now to A. So we roll 4 dice. Here we go. And we start off with 14, right? Yeah, 6, 6, 12, 2, 14. So this is turn 11, starts with light fire. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and roll this. Ooh, that will be 1 because that is a 1 and it is a 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that one goes down to a cohesion of 4. There. Okay, let's do this again. That was not good. Okay, so we got 20, which is reinforcement or reform. So we're going to go ahead and roll on these right here. So we'll start with this one, 2 or less. Get a 5. This one is a 1 or less. And it's a 2. So no goes on that one, so don't have to worry about that. Do this again. We got 11, 14, 15. We got reform again. Boy, they really are trying to get this up here. Okay, so we'll start with this one. We need a 2 or less. Ooh, got a 2. So this one will be back up to 3. So that worked. And then this one is a 1 or less. And nope, that is not it. Okay. That's back up here. All right. So here we go. One last one. We got 10. We got 20, which we already did 20. So it's going to be heavy fire. So that's not good. So here we go. We're going to roll. Okay, so it is a 3. I do not believe heavy fire is a 1 to 2. So no problems there. All right. So that's 4. So we're good there. So now we go to remove exposed tokens. Don't have any. Union deployment phase. Nope, because that's turn 12. We'll be coming up to that. Or Union action phase. That's what I was looking for. All right, so it's going to be 1 to 4. So we start with the closest ones here. So he is going to be right now. If we roll this, we basically see what happens. It's a 2, so nothing happens there. This one right here, we're going to find out. It is a 4, which is a move, and I have to re-roll that again. And it is a 3, so I believe that means it is a charge. Hold on. All right, this is pretty easy. So that will be a charge. So basically we roll 1 die for each and then add the cohesion. So let's see how this goes. All right, so 6 plus 2 is an 8. And 5 plus 5 is a 10. So in this case, the Confederates win. And this goes to a 1 cohesion right there. All right, so that's basically that. If it would have won, both of them would have lost the cohesion, is the way it works out. All right, so we've got this guy right here, which is the 8th Ohio. He is going to move. We have 14th Indiana. He's also going to move. Now comes an interesting situation here. We'll find out what it rolls. That's a 1. So now if there is somebody in front, and I've got to find this real quick. If the next higher attack number position Union counter is occupied by a Union with a cohesion number of 1, meaning which it is, the Union counter that would move makes a cohesion check. Modify the cohesion of the Union counter that would move forward by any march tokens. No, we don't have to. If the cohesion check, so this has a cohesion of 3, so let's roll. We passed. If successful, the Union counter would move immediately, swaps places with the Union counter that has a crouch and reform. Okay, so it would immediately move this one right here. I believe that is correct. So we do the same thing here. That is a 1, so it moves forward. But this is a 2, so it has cohesion of 2. That is a 6. If it fails, if the cohesion check is unsuccessful, the Union counter that would move stays in place and uses the hold action. The Union counter would then use the crouch reform action, stays in the same spots. In that case, place a +1 march token. Okay, so we haven't got the march tokens out because this is it. So these are march tokens, so we're looking for the +1 march token. Because every time they do this, if they don't... so what ends up happening, if they have a 1 on that, then we didn't get any... That's really good. I'll take that. They keep adding up because they keep trying. So now if it's, so just to show off, so like this one does not have, let's say this recovers, it does not have it. Let's take a look here. Where was that at? That's Confederate action phase. Oh, here we go. They just hold. So if a cohesion of 2 or more, the counter in the rear position just resolves a hold. So basically it doesn't do anything. It only does the +1 when it fails the cohesion check on that. All right. So now it is, that was a Union action phase, no exposed tokens. So now it is my turn here. So we've got roller 4. Oops. Where did that go? There it is. Okay, so 2, 3, 3, 6 is basically what we've got. Okay, so a 2 is a fire and reload, or reload. So I think we're gonna fire right here because I want to get rid of that guy's kind of in the way, which is kind of nice. And he only has a thing of 2. He's not going to fire. So yeah, let's do this. So we're going to fire that one there. 3 is inspire or fire, and choose exposed or elliptical. And 6 can be anything. So I think, well, it looks like we're going to have to actually fire, and then, oh wait, 3 could be, yeah, inspire and fire, while 2 is reload. Maybe what we'll do is we'll reload this one, but fire that one. Yep, I think that'll work. I think we'll go that route. Okay, so let's start with this one. So he's going to reload, so that means basically he rotates, and then this becomes a 2. So that one's done. This one is going to fire. Now it has to be a 3. It has to be exposed. So basically it is a +1 and -1. So it is exposed here. So he is going to get a -1 to hit, or +1 to +1. So +1 for each. So it's going to be a +2 to his cohesion. Got to remember that. But it's also a +1 to his cohesion too, to if he tries to. Okay, so what we're going to do, we need to roll. Yes, it will be a hit, but we need to see if it's like a 1 or what. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. That was actually a really good roll for me. But anyways, 2, nope. So basically, he goes down to a cohesion of 2. Now, that does make it him harder to hit. So basically, there we go. So that one's done. Okay, the 6 is just a firing on here. Again, re-roll. Oh, we got to turn him sideways, though. This is a 5. Yeah, he'll cause that cohesion to go to 2. Okay. And then we are going to expose this one. And I'm going to roll even though I shouldn't. Because if I roll a 1, then yeah, it's just not good. Okay. And then, yes, so he's gone out too as well. So we have 5 casualties right now for the Region 1 for the Union. All right. So he's not gonna have a problem. That March +1's gonna come off, so that won't be a thing. So, all right. Union deployment phase. We don't have any. Confederate action phase. Well, that's what we just did. End of turn. All right. So turn 11 is done, and we will be heading off to turn 12, which actually is where we're going to be adding that stack right there. All right. So supply phase. So we get order. So these will be good for rerolls. Move these up. I'm going to go ahead and put a reinforcement here. I am not going to fire mine. I'm going to hold my fire. So then we roll, and it is a 2 to 3 again. So do this 5 times. Oh, that's a 3. So that one's gone. Well, the orders gets redone. Now we go to here, so it's 2 to 3 again. No, I need that ammo. So I got to roll this 4 more times. That's 6. Okay. That's a 9. So that's 3. Woo, 4 and 5. Okay, so he makes it. Whew. All right. Unit artillery. Okay. Event phase. Here we go. You can see how like this just rolls smooth, goes right through. So this will be 11. So this is turn 12, and that is a light fire. So you know what? We could just do it this way. Okay, so a 3 on light fire doesn't do anything. The 6 would be a reroll, but the 3 doesn't do anything. Okay. Go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a skirmish. Wrong one. 5, that's nothing. Okay. I've been pretty lucky with that. So we have 8 and 8, 16. So that's 12. So that's light fire again. Four and 4. Nope, no problem with that. And this will be the last one. 10, 11, 12, 13, which is a reform. Okay, we got a couple to do here. So that's a 2 or less. There we go. That's a 6. That's a 2 or less. That's a 2. So yep, that one goes back, unfortunately. And that's a 1 or less. Oh, he gets a 1. Oh, they just redid everything. Just built right back up. All right. All right, so that's the event phase. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay, so now we do the Union attack phase. So we start with this one right here, find out what he does. 2, so he will roll again. And a 1, so he will charge. So this one's not as, oh, this is, yep. So that's an 8, that's a 7. So basically when that happens, because there's no modifiers for it, they both go down. So he is going to be a cohesion of 2, and my guy is going to be a cohesion of 4. Okay, so now we do this one, find out what he does. He fires, so he has a cohesion of 2, but he gets +1 to hit. So that's a cohesion, so 3 or less hits. That's a 5, so we're okay. This one right here, find out what happens. 4, only got to roll again. 1, so he is also going to attack. Ooh, 5 is 8, 3 and 3 is 6. So at this point, this guy will go down to a 2. That's cohesion of 2 right here. This guy will hold. Then we can take that off. Don't need that now. So that one, let's find out what it does. It moves forward. So there we go. All right, so now we do remove exposed tokens. Okay, so those are removed. Union deployment phase. So let's see, how is this going to work? What do they have? 63rd, 69, 88th, and 29th. So this is, I got the order right here. So let's find out where they go. I need to roll 1d6. Oops, 1d6 here. 2. So 2 is B, C, D, E. B, C, D, and E. All right. That is the last groups, and done some damage here, but man, I have a feeling there's going to be a problem here. I only have 2 really light ones. Okay, so now it is Confederate action phase. So we roll our 4. Oh, we got 3 3s, which is an inspire. Okay, so the 2 is fire or reload. I think we're going to fire with this guy. We're going to inspire with that one, and we're going to inspire with that one. And then 3 is inspire or fire, and we are going to fire oblique. So I'm just going to make it that way to show that way. Okay, so this one we are inspiring, so we need a 4 or less. We got a 2, so he gets back up, which is nice. Equation of 4. Okay. This one is going to fire because a 2 is a fire. Oh, it's exposed. Yeah, he's going to fire exposed. So basically, he's going to hit no problem. 6 because it's +1. So that's, yes. So this goes down to a 1. Really got to do this a different way. Now this guy is going to also fire, but he's going to fire oblique. Yep. So this guy is now gone. So we have now 6 wounded. Okay. Or 6 casualties for the Union side with that. And then, so this guy fired. That guy recovered. And then this guy, 3 inspire. So he is going to inspire as well. 4 or less. Gets a 3. So he gets back full strength. Though I'm going to have to reload with a lot of these, it looks like. Okay. All right, turn 12 is now done. And we are on to turn 13, supply phase. Nothing I can resolve, so this ammo goes up. This goes up. I will be firing with mine this time. So here we go, 2d6. And we hits on 2s and 4s. So first one, nope. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so no hits. Onto them. Now they are going to fire, but they're not going to go after this ammo because I need the ammo. They're going after these guys. So we've got 2 that hits on 2s and 5s. So 1, nope. And 2, nope. The Tibble hits on 2s and 3s, and there's 3 of those. So 1, nope. 2, oh, that's a 3. So what's the, so we randomize this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, so this guy's gone. All right, and then we have 1 more of these, and it's fine. Okay. So then now this artillery is reloaded. So I'm down to 2 artillery shots here. It's amazing. You don't think they're going to get hit, and then they do. Okay, so now we do event phase. So we are on turn 13. Nope, that's right. Okay, so we've got 9. So we got 13. So this is 13 on. Okay, so that's actually going to be. I got that right? Yeah, 13, which is reform. I've already done that. So 13 is going to be heavy fire. So heavy fire does hit, and it does hit number 5. So it's going to be this one right here. So okay. Next ones. What do we got? 8, 6, 14. Already got 14, so we're going to do skirmish. Okay. So, nope, no problem there. 10, 15. Okay, so yep, it'll be heavy fire again. Nope, no issues there. This case, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the last one. I've already had 10, so it'll be 12, which is heavy fire again. So, no problem there. Okay, that's good. That worked out. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so that's Union action phase, or Union event phase. Now we do Union action phase. So, let's see here. Oh, we go to the closest and then work back. And I mean, seriously, all I could really do is, I mean, like these are going to move forward. I don't even have to roll those. Okay, this one right here. We'll start with this one. That's a, yep. So they are going to charge. And 5 plus 2 is 7. 6 plus is 11. So this guy is going to go down to a cohesion of 1. Okay, so let's find out what this guy does here. 1, so move, and another move, so he is going to charge also. 6 and 6, so yep, that's going to be, so this guy is going to go down to a 1. And then this one's closest, so we do that one first. We roll the dice, 3, so that's a move, and a move, so he is going to charge as well. Oh, yep, that's not a problem. That goes down to a 1 as well. And then we do this one right here, so let's find out what it does. 5, so it fires at the one that's got a +1, so it needs a 3 or less. Oh, but a -1, so 2 or less. And it gets 4, so it fires but doesn't do anything. Okay, well, there we go. So that's, yep, so that's the Union action phase. So now we remove exposed token, so this guy gets removed. I'm going to have to reload big time here. And Union deployment phase, we don't have it. Confederate. So let's go ahead and roll our 4 dice. 1s don't do anything. 2s, that's a reload. 3 is inspire or fire exposed. I think we will fire exposed. And then 5 is a reload. And if I've missed a reload, I do apologize. But I think we're going to reload this guy. Okay, so this one, 3 is fire exposed. So it's going to hit. I'm going to roll 4 to see if I get a 1. No, I don't. So this guy's gone too. So, yay. Okay, so this guy did fire. This guy's going to reload. It's going to bring this to a 2. This guy is also going to reload and bring this to a 1. I think I did that right. Okay. All right, turn 13 is now complete, is in the books. All right, so here we go. Supply phase, we get the ammo. Woohoo, good. We needed the ammo. So so this one we're going to bump up to 2, so that's 1. This one we're going to bump up to 4, yeah, definitely, even though it's going to lose 1 when I reload. This one I'm not too worried about. This one also has 2, so this one is going to bump up to 3, although once I reload, that's going to be it. Okay, now I'm also going to place, so that ammo marker is done. Guess I'm going to go with orders here. And always slide this here. And 1 would slide there, and then now I put this here. Oh, by the way, I forgot to. Okay, so now I am resetting there. So that's supply phase, reset that. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go for it again. All right, so I only get 2 shots at this. So I hit on a 2 to 4, and it's only going to be up here. That's a 7 and a 4. Okay, so we'll random. So it's 1, 3, 4 through 6. So it's going to be this guy right here. Okay, nice. Now he is going to fire at my guys. So they hit 2 to 5. Nope, 1 and 2. So that's 2 to 5. That's fine. 2 to 3 now. And there's 3 of those. That's a 6. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Nope. Okay, so no hits. So we'll get my artillery to reload here. Okay, we are on turn 14, right? Yeah, turn 14. That was the Union artillery phase. Now we do the event phase, so 14. So basically, if it's somewhere in between, so this is 19, which I've already got, so it'll be smoke. Well, I haven't had much smoke in this game. Well, and I've forgotten to take this off the whole time, so yeah, my bad on that one. Sorry about that. Next one, again, unless it's really low or really high, it's going to go up. That's going to go up because I need 9, and I see 9. So this will be, we're on A still, so it's skirmish. So they're firing. If it's a 1, nope. Okay, so we're good to go there. Third one. So that's 7, 8. That's 11. Nope. So we're down here. So that is light fire. Yep. That is light fire. Nope. No issues there. Good. Even though I was supposed to reroll that. And my last one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. So it's going to be 4, which is again going to be light fire. Here we go. 4. Nope. No problems there. Okay. I had to look at that just to make sure. Okay. So now we do the Union action phase. So this is where this one will get a crouch and then roll. Well, I should roll first to see if it recovers. That is a 2. So nope. This one right here. Nope. Oh, those would have been good if they were full service there, but they're not, so it is what it is. Okay, this one right here, we'll see what it does. 3, so it moves up. And then we have the rest of these guys up here. So 3, it moves. 69 New York moves. Doesn't surprise me. Oh, 6. This one cannot. Oh, it can fire, as it is a -2 here. So 2 or less will actually hit this guy. Woo. So here we go. 2 or less. Whew, good 5. Okay, so then we have the 29th Massachusetts is a 3, and it will move up 1. Okay. And, oops, I think I forgot to do, oh, no, that one moved up. That's right, that one moved up. All right, so now it is, don't have any exposed, and so it is Confederate action phase. Let's see what we get here. 3 2s and a 6. So it's fire or reload, and the 6 is whatever. So we're going to go ahead, reload, and then let's go ahead and fire at that one. All right. I'm going to take this one. We're going to reload. This one will go to a 1. This one's going to fire. It does get a +1, so it's automatically going to hit, but we need to see if it hurts my... Ooh, close. I didn't really want a 1 on this one because that means this one goes away. This one is a... Oh, and this fired. This one right here is a reload, so this will go down to 3. This is also a reload, so this will also go down to a 3. Go. Nice reloads and everything. All right. So that's the end of turn 14. So now we're on to turn 15. And I know we kind of got rid of a lot of these guys pretty easily, but these are 4s. This is a 2. That's a 1 left. So it will come down to see how it works out. All right, so we got 5 more turns after this one. So we've got 6 turns total. We are on to turn 15 out of 20. So supply phase. So I do get my reinforcements, although I thought I was going to get a little bit more than that. But basically, that means this guy is fully strength now. That guy will move there, and I'm going to get my ammo in here. And yeah, so I won't get any supply next turn. I now reset this, but I'm not going to fire at it. So basically, we're looking at 2s. So I'll roll for 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So no, I didn't lose the orders here. I got to remember I can use these for re-rolls. We'll see what happens on that. Oh wait, let's see. Do I have orders? No, I don't have orders over here. These are all ammo counters. Yep, it's all ammo. Yep, that's my last ammo counter. So I have to be. Luckily, things are going my way. I just don't know if I'll have enough to hit. All right. So that's unit artillery event phase. So this is the last turn. So basically, unless it's really low, it's going to be a 5. Ooh, it might be 2, 4, 6, 9. Yes, well, it'll start off here. So that's a heavy fire. I'd prefer not, but that's a 1. That's a 2. So this guy is going to take a cohesion hit. He's not going to fire anything this time anyways. So, okay, next one. Nope. So this will be a reform. Okay, so we only have 1, and that's this one right here. Oh, almost. You almost got it. Okay, and nope. 15, which is an You know what? I forgot to do the smoke for the last turn, but I don't think I was that close on any of them because of the modifiers. So there we go. And then our last one is either going to be a light fire or skirmish. It's going to be a light fire. They've been actually pretty productive on the light fire. Not this time. All right. So that's it for the event phase. So the action phase. So this one will be first. So we roll to see if it recovers. Does not. Okay. This one we're going to roll here. It has a 6, so it is going to fire, so it needs a 2 or less. And it does get a 2 because it's a 0 modifier. Yep. So 2. So this will go down to a cohesion of 4. Okay. This guy is just going to hold anyway. So this guy right here, it's either he fires or he moves. He moves. This guy is probably going to, this guy holds because he's got more than 2 or more. 2, he moves, and then let's find out what the 28th mass. So choose 29th mass. Oh, he will fire. He is a 4, so he needs a 4 or less. Does not get it. Oh, actually, it would have been a 3 or less because of the modifier. Anyways, all good there. Now it is my turn. So here we go. Let's see here. 2 2s and 2 4s. So 2 2s is some reloads, which I will have some, and then 4 is just reload or inspire. Oh, great. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, that's a 2. So that's a fire either oblique or expose. We're going to do oblique, so he's going to fire here. We're going to fire oblique this way right here. We're going to reload this guy and inspire that guy. I guess that's the best way to do it. Okay, so 2. So it's a +1, but other than that, it is what it is. So let's see what damage we do. A 5. Oh, that's a 6. But it is a +1 for here. I got to look at the oblique real quick. Hold on. Actually, I didn't have to look. It's actually on the sheet here. Oh, let's move this up just a little bit here. So oblique is a -1. So that's actually a miss. So, because it's -1, -1, +1. So, yep. Oh, unfortunately, nope. Does not do any damage, but he does fire. This guy is going to, what was it again? Oh, he was going to reload. So that brings this to a 2. I do have that ammo counter left there. I'm hoping these guys are still here. This guy's going to try to inspire. He does. Just barely, but he does inspire. He's back full strength. And then this guy is going to fire oblique into here. It is a -1. It's a +1. It's a 1. Oh, man. That is not what I wanted. Because that automatically goes to 2. This guy fires. This guy is gone, though. Dang it. That's the problem. Intensive fire or whatever the heck it is. Devastating fire. That's what it is. So this guy will go here. Dang it. But, okay. Dang it. That sucks. Anyways, back to it. So that's all of those, and that is the end of the turn. So here we go. We're on. We've taken care of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if we look at the grading scale so far, where's that at? Regular. We are at a minor victory right now. So if I can destroy one more, you know what? Let's do another turn, see if I can get rid of one or 2 more. Because once it's 10 plus on regular, that's a major victory. So let's see what happens. All right. Yeah, let's do another turn. We're cruising. So that was 15. We are on to 16. So we're going on the B column here. Supply phase. So this goes there, that goes there. And then let's go ahead with the orders. Oh, I should have re-rolled. Dang it. I always forget about my orders for my re-rolls. I always get annoyed with that. So that's supply phase. Didn't fire because it held fire. But I think we're okay. I'm going to hold fire. He's going to go after this one right here. So here we go. So 2 and 3. Oh, that's a 4. That lucked out. That's a 9. Oh, I'm using the wrong ones, which is a 6. Oh, that's a 3. This guy is gone. So that was 3. Yeah, that was 3. No, that was 4. So I get one more. Hopefully it's not high. Nope, it's not. So I lost that orders. Oh, that sucked. All right, so that was Union Artillery phase. Now we do event phase. So like I said, we're starting all over here. So if I can get this one gone, so oblique, fire, oblique, just to get that one right there. Okay, so the first one actually is pretty small. So it is actually 6, 7, 8. So 8, so that's a skirmish. This is turn 16. I'm not too worried about the skirmishes anymore. That's the first one. Second one is 1. So that's 5, 10, 11. Light fire. I guess you could technically lose after that. Well, let's see where we go. Oh, light fire. Oh, shoot. I have to reroll. I'm on light fire. Sorry about that. Okay. So it's still nothing. Okay. 1, 2, 3. So that's 9. Boy, we're hitting low numbers. That is heavy fire. So on a 1 or a 2, it hits. It's a 4, so no big deal on that one. And our last event phase is going to be 11, 12, which is also a heavy fire. Okay. Interesting. 1 or 2 hits. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make this our last turn for the video. All right. So that was the event phase, action phase. So here we go. We're going to roll here. That one is a 3. So now we roll again to see if he charges or if he just fires. Nope, he charges. Oh, this is actually a 50-50 shot here. And actually, I do lose. So this one goes to a 3. Ooh. And then this one also goes to a 3 right here. Okay. So this guy, we're going to see if he charges or... So that's possibly a charge. And that is a charge. This one, actually, this works out pretty well for me. Because this one will be a 1. So you do have to finish the whole game. So, because if any of these, like if this guy still keeps beating this guy and gets into here, yeah, not good. Okay, this guy will just, he has to now roll. Well, we got to see what he does. He does, let's see, and the second one, oh wait, no, he would have moved. So that was for the cohesion, so yes, so he actually made it, so he flips. Okay. Now that screwed that up. The 88th New York is a 5, so he's going to fire. So 4 or less. Oh, no, that's 6. It would have been 3 or less because of that. Oh, by the way, the smoke's off. I don't have any smoke, right? Skirmish, fire, light fire, heavy fire. Okay, yeah. And then, so this one right here is going to move. He moves up. All right. Now it is my turn, which is, okay, so that was Union Action Phase, removes exposed. Okay, let's get some really good firing ones. So 2 1s. They don't do anything. They do jack. So I have a 4 and a 3. So this is a fire exposed or oblique. Inspire. Well, I think we're going to inspire this guy. And then the 4 is reload. Nobody needs to reload or inspire. Well, I guess this guy's going to reload. Oh, that's not going to help because he's down to a 5. This guy's going to reload. Okay, so this guy here, he reloads to a 1. So he's going to be out of ammo when he reloads. And then this guy is going to inspire. So we'll see if he can get him up to a 3. This was kind of a crappy turn. 6. No, he does not inspire, unfortunately. All right, that's the end of turn 16. So we'll leave it off for there. And next video, I will finish it off. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.